my stuff out of my sanitation. Alrighty, so today what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you like I would call it a simple beginning gel encapsulation. I'm not going to do a lot of like freestyling, but what I'm doing is going to look like it's a lot. So I'm going to show you some colors of a collection that's two of my favorite collections, two for the holiday especially. I have a collection from Gemini Cosmetics, and they are these big chunkies that are different colors. So what I'm going to do is pick one of these like jewel, they're all jewel tones pretty much. Some are like really pretty much. Hold on 1 minute. Let me come back in. I'm kind of zoomed out too much. Oh, sorry, that's really close. Perfect. I was out a little. I'll go a long way so you can see them. So I'll kind of open a couple for you. So you can see how they're already different shapes and they're chameleon and they're different sizes. So they're going to fade very, very well. So this will be awesome. There's a few. This is one of my favorites here. I've used this, probably my most popular, because it has like holiday color too, but like a rosy, pinky color. There's so many in here that are different. Their whole collection is 3, 6, 7, 8, 12 colors here. Kind of a cool collection to have. But I'm gonna pick one of those. So let me see which one I'm gonna pick. I kind of want something very jewel tone-ish, but I let's see. That one kind of looks like more Halloweenish, but it's still really pretty. Let's see. Oh, let's do this one. One of these, this one right here. Let me show you it from this side. Went back, went back. Okay, now tell me how I sound because it just went back on. Perfect. Is it better now? I know Miss Cheryl's place is on here, so she could. Lots of audio too. Is it better? Okay, yeah. Um, my phone ring and it interfered with my buds. Anyways, busy girl, right? Let's see. Okay, let me get my little. So these right here are also from Gemini Cosmetics. They're similar to the Young Nails ones too. I just like the case, and they come in dark and the zebra material. It's just a case that I keep organized. So those are awesome too. Very inexpensive. Let's go ahead and put this on. Thank you guys. Thank you so much, and thank you for joining me again. Let's go here. I literally finished my client a little late, so I apologize for being a little later than I anticipated it being. So go ahead and put that on. Get my dust extractor. I'm going to do two nails for you, okay? So I'm going to turn on my e-file to anywhere between 4 to 6, whatever one you prefer. I'll probably do 5 right now. I usually pick 6 if there's a little bit of product. It just rides better. Anywhere from 4 to 6 on the Young Nails file is good because it's the perfect pressure or perfect turning speed that it won't damage the nail with zero pressure. Now remember, if you are burning them when you're prepping, you're staying in the same spot. It's either too high, you're staying in the same spot, or you're putting pressure. So all you have to do is make contact with it. So this is on 5,000 RPM. Okay, so let's go ahead and prep these pretty rapid. Of course, Sally's a little faster than a person. Sometimes on a person, You have to pull the I usually pull down the skin like this, and it's easier to go around, so I kinda pull over and get in my sidewalls. It says deep sidewall, come back and get your sidewalls. Then another thing you could do if they have a lot of cuticle is take your cuticle bit, and I don't do this on everybody, just if they have a lot of cuticles, and lately my clients have. And some people are always like that. Their cuticle just tends to stick to their natural nail. Okay, so let's go ahead and turn this off. I'm going to dust the nail off. Now, this nail's gonna look like you did a lot of custom mixing or did a lot of work, but it's pretty simple. And some of you have colors like this in stock as well. If not, the Chameleon collection's really cool. They also have a loose glitter Chameleon collection, like a micro and I have the other one here with me too. I'll show you that as well in a bit. So I'm gonna go into, so what I did is I went into swipe and I did it without even telling you. So when I was dusting over, that's what I did. I came in with swipe, changing the pH balance so I have that perfect slate to build a beautiful nail. Okay, so these products are cool. I've actually had these about 6 months. They still have them all. They're amazing, but they do sell out of stuff at Christmas time because they do close outs a lot. So if there's something I'm using you like, go to Gemini Cosmetics. It's GeminiNevada.com. It will be in our. Can you put it on the notes? Yeah, well, it'll be on our after it's launched. Like, I can't even talk today. Let me drink a little coffee. I've done some pretty nails today, but I'm a little, like, a little sketch. Nothing like iced coffee. I think that's the life of a nail tech, right? This time of year, my brain, like, going from salon, filming, being creative on a level of every client. Not always are all your clients totally high art, but right now it is. Everything but the kitchen sink, right? So, I'm not complaining. I'm just relating, right? Okay, let's go ahead and use this. So when you do your tab, I always push through a little here and touch my thumb and just set it here. Everybody does it different. It's just fast for me this way. Some people get it and turn it over. That is totally fine. What I like about doing it this way is I like sticky the whole way through, but that's my personal preference. If you flip it over and it's shiny on that side, that is correct too. It's whatever you prefer. Move this here. Okay. I'll build out my extension pretty quick. What shape do you guys want? What do you think? If it's a easy shape, right? Not like totally advanced. I mean, I could do whatever. I could do like I don't know. You know me and almond. I always go to all almond, but stiletto you want? Okay. What else did they say? Okay. Let me know what shape you guys would like. And hit the like button. Let me show you something real quick. Hit the like button and let me know you're here. Anyways, okay. So see on Sally how this is right here? It doesn't really hold on right. So I don't take off the back on Sally and they stay on a lot better. So because I am working with Sally right now, I am going to get a new form and I'm not going to tear off my back end. Just makes it easier on the training hand. Coffin, Scoville, Russian almond, stiletto, Scoville. I haven't done Scoville in a long time. So we could do that. Let's do Scoville. Let's do that. A tapered Scoville? Yeah, let's do a taper, not coffin, but taper Scoville, kind of soften the tip. Okay. All right. Almanetto, Scoville. Everybody's all okay. I do Almanetto all the time, you guys, all the time. It's my favorite. I do extreme Almanetto. So I could also do okay, I could taper it in and soften it like a Scoville on the tip, or I could do like a nice almond kind of softened at the tip too. So let me just start building. We can do one of each, actually. You want me to do one of each? Let's do that. We're gonna do a squabble and we're gonna do an almond. Almondetto. Okay. Oh, not concealer pink, sister. We're gonna use clear sculptor. Okay, I was gonna use the one in the pot, but I wanted to make this simple. And when you're first learning gel, I feel like the tubes are easier because it's less movement with your hand. When you are applying gel, you have to know how to maneuver everything everywhere, like your brush and the perfect pressure of everything. And sometimes you're going in and out of your pots. It's much easier to squeeze it. I like both ways for different reasons. It just depends on you. But this, I feel like when I teach somebody who's never ever done gel, they're very successful with this right away. So let's use this one. We're going to do two different shapes. I am going to do, I have not done stiletto, huh? Look at me. I'm indecisive today. People have to pick what. Okay, so what I'm going to do is go on top. And I'm going to work it, work it, work it. Pivot my brush. I'm out of view. Pivot my brush and bring it down. So this one, we'll do all Minetto, not stiletto. I'll do crazy, crazy higher art stiletto will be wicked and make them kind of dark because I'm in the mood to do dark colors on my next live for sure. So let's do like an almanetto, which my form is set up for a stiletto, but I'm rounding off my tips. Alrighty. Okay, let's go ahead and flash cure this. Okay. The next one, what I'm going to do is a scoval. And I'm going to kind of do a little bit of a longer scoval. Okay, let's go to this side. This is really easy to maneuver because it's pretty runny. You can't go wrong with this, but you have to babysit it as well. You can't do all five at once. Okay, let me go back a little more so you could see it. So I'm going to come right here. I'm going to taper it and make up like the shape I like that's soft on. My one client, she likes coffin, but she likes it kind of rounded at the tip. I kind of like it more with the corners personally, but she wears it like that all the time. She also has kids, so maybe that's why. Don't wanna scratch anybody. Okay, so here's your setup of the 2. This one I set up like I'm doing it tapered, and I set it up like a coffin, but I'm gonna soften the tip at the end. It's kinda blurry, let's see, oh, I'm too close. I think this there, let's do this. There, that's much better. Okay, see the setup right here? It's connecting at each side. So now what I'm going to do is go in with my base, and this is Synergy Base by Young Nails, my favorite base. Okay, now I'm going to start in the middle and work my way up to connect everything. Okay, so all I'm doing is I'm putting slight pressure. You could see the bristles kind of separate. This is weaving it into their natural nail, and you really don't want to build with base, so it kind of helps to not have so much bulk on there, so you don't have a heat spike. Alrighty, so what I'm going to do now is go under the light. I have my light right here. I'm going to help her out today. Bring the light to her. Much easier. 30 seconds under the light. Yeah, I picked what color I was going to use, but did I change it last minute? 7? No, I want 7. I'm going to show you guys what it looks like too when it comes out. Oh my gosh, I know Chameleon Chunky number 6. I feel like this is a color that Miss Cheryl's place would use, huh? It's blue. I love it. It kind of reminds me of you. There's a lighter one too. Okay, perfect. Okay, so I am going to remove this. Do I have my Gemini tool here? Yes. So I'm going to use my Gemini tool for this. It is a little bigger than this, but what I like about this tool is it functions the same way as this one here, but it's also like a mixing palette, and you could use it like I use this one. So I'm going to use this the whole time so you could see how it works. I just like to separate my gel. So never start down here because what will happen is it'll pop from here. There's no strength in this. This is just simply your structure. Okay, I like to push it down, then come here. Let's undo this. Comes right off. Go ahead and go here. So right here, you're going to go back and forth and go under it and come through. Then on this side, you are going to repeat the same process. Okay, let's trim these up a little. Okay, it's actually pretty tight. So right here, I could get a little closer. So if it were on me, what I do is I'll come right here, push down, and then ignite. Okay. So you can push down on their skin. It does not hurt them. Don't come in like this because it'll poke into them. See that? Always come where you need to like this, push down, and then engage. I mean, that seems simple, but trust me, you don't want to hurt anybody. I only know that because I do it to myself. So it doesn't, I know that's very comfortable. Okay, so let's come right here. Now I like these angle ones. I'm ordering the straight edge too, and another one of these because these are starting to get dull. So you could see both of them. And these are Miha's. They also are at Gemini Cosmetics. My favorite, they're sharp as razors, and I do gel all the time. So they last me about 6, 7 months before they go dull on me, but I'm using them all the time when I'm changing out their nails from a regular nail to glass nails. They could last you longer than that as well. The only thing is that you're gonna have to really be using some hand strength. And the sharper it is, the less risk of you breaking the free edge because a lot of times you're kneading at it like this. And those of you know what I mean. We bought the cheap ones that last like through like 20 clients, and then you're like, why aren't they cutting? It happens. Okay, so there's some other colors too. So let me come right here. So I'm going to use Chunky Chameleon number 7 because it is holiday and very jewel tone. Let me show you what it looks like. And you could see all the colors in it, right? It has like right there, you could really see the colors in it. There's green, there's pink, there's purple, all jewel tones in there. I could also add more of another color in there, like mix two chameleons together. Ooh, why don't we do that? Because there was two I was deciding on. So let's see. Let's do that one in number 2. Number 2 has a little more green in it, and I love it. So what I'm going to do when I mix colors, I will pour them in here. And then what I have left, I'll put in, if I like it, I'll make, this is enough for a full set, all 10, okay? I like to mix all 10 for you. Oh yes, that is very pretty. Has enough green, all the colors for the season, not screaming ho, 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 right? So they're pretty cool. Okay, so let's do that. I feel like blue is very Christmassy too. So these have 3 different sizes in it. Now we're going to go to, let's see, I'm going to go a little closer. So we have a collection here. Let me just pull out the 2 colors and I'll show you the collection after. See what colors I think might look good with this as a fade up. It all depends on what color your client's liking, right? But let's see, I might as well show them to you. We can't wait. Let me move her out of the way. So these ones are they're your shimmers. And if you're liking this, click the like button, not like the like button. Click the like button. It gives me energy to keep teaching, makes me excited. Okay, so check out these colors, you guys. Well, maybe I should put them in threes. Okay, let me center them. So now these are the shimmers, okay? And I'm gonna go a little wider for you that I have them in. Oh, that actually fits perfect. Can you guys see them okay? Okay, so if I have this color, and what's cool about these colors, it's colors within colors. They're chameleon as well. So this one is chameleon number 6. See the different colors in that purple? Now let me turn it sideways. So it all depends what your client's favorite color is. So see how it's going to catch the light like that? It's super pretty. I don't have a lot of purple in here, but I tend to go to purple. So I'm going to do more of a, let's see, maybe I'll mix a little bit. Let's add purple. Hold on, please hold. We're going to add one more color. So we added, I'll keep the ones on the side that I've added. We've added 7. And 1. And then I'm going to add a little bit of 6 to this mix because I kind of want some blues. So this is total jewel tones now. 3 colors in one. Well, more than that because they all create so many colors. So now I think what I want to do, oh, I like that. You guys good? I actually love it. So now I think what I want to use, I kind of want to use this purpley with a little of maybe a little blue green or blue green, these two. So number 6 and number 3. Okay, so those are all my colors. Let's move these aside. Let's get started. It's very simple what I'm going to do. You don't even have to think about it. Okie dokie, let's bring her hand back. Come over here, girl. All right, so what I'm going to do now is use my custom mix of 3 colors. I used number 7 and number 6 and was it number 10 I used? Let's see, where'd it go? Yes, and number 10. So I'm going to keep these aside so I remember what colors I use because there's so many here. And then my other colors I'm using is 3 and 6. And you don't even have to use all these colors. You could pick one color. One color is fine. I said it was going to be simple, then I start custom mixing. I can't help myself. Okay, but it still is simple. So what I'm going to do is take that little glitter off. You can't hang out there. And I'm going to get to my base gel. And I have my little base here that I've been using for art. So both gels are the same thing. The only difference is this gets really sparkly on the bottom and it all goes to the bottom. So if there's a sparkle in there, it's totally fine. Now, Sally's kind of peach back here, and sometimes people have imperfections in their natural nail. Sometimes when you go all clear and just add this, it doesn't look as flawless. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add let's do a peach or a pink. Let's add pink to change the color a little to offset it. So this is Synergy Base Concealer Pink. Okay, so I'm going to come right here. And I am not going to bring it all the way down because I want to see my art. I want to see this color underneath my nail as well. On mine, it's kind of frosty because I did frosty on the bottom and then I did the glitter on top. I liked my last video so much I did my nails like it. At first I was like, what did I do? Then the next day I'm like, oh, I like them. They grow on you. Okay, so let's use our little pink here. Make sure to not hit your light on your gel in the pot. What would happen is you'd cure the top and you could take it off, but if it's cured all the way, well, you gotta buy some more. Okay, so I feel like that's like a cool camouflage. It's a little softer than that, right? So on a person, it's gonna be the perfect amount. Okay, so now I'm going to take my base gel and I'm gonna get a little closer. Oops, that's closer. And I am going to come in with, let me wipe this off, that up here. And I'm going to do it to both of them because I'm going to do the same color to both of them. I'm just doing two different shapes. Okay, wipe my brush on the side on my palette, move this over. So what I'm going to do now is you could sprinkle it on, or you could take like a whiter brush. This happens to be a little fuzzy buddy. I really like this brush, but you could use any kind of brush, even like this, to pick up your glitters. So let's see what this one does. This one's actually cool because you could put your chunky in. They both work great. I'm gonna work two at once because I want to get my big pieces in first. That's the key. Because if you get little pieces in first, then you're not going to have any big pieces sticking to your nail. So always go from big to small. So now I'm going to go deep in here. I'm going to use my little, so let me do this. I'm going to use my fuzzy buddy for this. And get all those little colors from the bottom. There's no wrong or right way for this. You just get them on. Make it the bottom. Take off some big. Right here. So I didn't cure my gel. All I did was just put it on, and now I'm putting my product on it. Now I'm picky about my fade up here, so I will come here and just kind of move them where I want. I want to pick up another color because I like it. I'll go ahead and do that if I feel like just fading it the way I want. You want some of these little pieces to come up? Oh, there's a fuzz on here. Where's that fuzz coming from? How about you guys working on your clients with their sweaters? I need to put on their appointment, no sweaters allowed, just jackets. Just kidding. It's like little fur babies everywhere. Everywhere, everywhere. Okay. Okay, that looks pretty cool. Then what I'm going to do is come in with these two colors here. Make sure it's tight so it doesn't mess up your shape. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is come in. I'm going to use a little bit of purple in spots, and a little bit up here, a little bit of green in spots. Then I'm going to take a brush, just take my long one, little brush here, and come in with these. And if it looks overpowered, go like this. A little attention to detail. Okay, let's do it to the other. Just a little bit, little bit, little bit, little bit. Put some purple in some spots, some green. I feel like this is really pretty. My favorite is the rose gold, the rose, it has like rose and green in those. I probably should have done two different colors, huh? One by itself. You guys want me to wipe one off and do a different color? Say yes or no. Let's see, just real quick. Put it in the chat. Yes, I think so too. So this will be one. So this is what I'm going to do. I am going to take do I have a lint free here? I think my lint frees are in the other room, but what I'll do is use this, and I'm just going to wipe it off. Don't use swipe. It has to stay sticky, okay? There's no messing up. I've literally done this to myself, trust me. I want to show you my favorite color one too. This is super pretty. You get me, Reverend? Jordan. Okay, so I'm going to show you my favorite. It's actually on my page. I'll have to pull it up and show you it. Matter of fact, I will. So let me finish this one a little. So, oh, I can't show you on my page because I'm on my phone. I'm a dork today, I'm telling you guys. So let's do the other color. So we're gonna do Chameleon Chunky 15. Okay. So pretty. Can I see your phone so I could show them what the nail will look like what it looks like as a set? Go to my page. It's actually one of my favorite nails, and her nails took me like literally an hour to do because they were so easy. So we're gonna use that one. I'm gonna move this one aside. Okay, so I'll find it pretty quick. Let's see. I'm gonna show you guys it really quick. Okay, those right there. So I'm gonna show you those colors. Okay, very, very pretty. I love them. You don't have to swipe and rough up again. It's still tacky. So what I'm going to do, like it's still totally tacky. You could see when I touch it with my nail, the little marks. It's still tacky. So that's why you're watching this. You could see the things that happen in salon. You change your mind, but no, you don't mess it up the integrity of the nail. I feel like I want to put a little light color in there too, but then it's not as basic as like I said it would be. It still is. Okay, so let's use this one, and I'm going to put base on again. Get my little base on. Kind of fun to see multiple colors because you don't have to get the whole collection. Get your favorite colors that you're attracted to. That's how I started my business. I would pick the colors I love to wear, and then I started purchasing other colors that I didn't wear, and then my collection got really big from there. Okay, let's make sure there's no glitter in the background. There we go. Okay, so I have plenty on there. Let's see. I know what I'm gonna fade these with. Perfect. Let's do this. I'll use Fuzzy Buddy for this. Move my base over. So this is the color I've used the most actually. And it has a lot of green in it, so it is very holiday still or wintry. Okay, then what I do is I take my brush and I go deep in it like this. See how I have little pieces on here? And then I fade it. So it doesn't pick up to the big pieces. So I'm showing you two different techniques, okay? But both are very easy. And this one I didn't cure. I think it's pretty overpowering, so I'm gonna kind of bring these down a little till I like it. Well, that looks so much better right there. So you could fix it however you want as you go. So now I'm going to make sure these are tight. Put a bigger chunk there. I actually love this. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut this one. I'm going to keep it to the side so I remember what I used. And I am going to use, now remember our other color shimmer one, was it 143 or 145? Do I have it here? I probably do. Anyways, this is a different one. It's Sugar Lips. I've taught with this before a while back. It has a pink glow. I haven't seen this color by itself anywhere. This is a must. This is like probably one of my number one colors. See the pink glow? Just wait for it. There's a lot of these in stock right now at Gemini Cosmetics. It is a must. Okay. So what I'm going to do is get my brush again. Get a brush, it doesn't matter which one. And I'm just gonna put some of these little pink sparkles in here. And I'm gonna put a little in this one too, because there's pink in there. So for me, I like to add a see-through color always because it just gives a little shimmer. I'm gonna kind of put it in there a little. A different glow. It's like the metal pieces are more kind of deeper looking, and the light pieces kind of shimmer up, like they glow. Okay, I'm gonna put one more piece right there. Okay, so I'm gonna cure this. I'm gonna show you it from the side first before well, I'll cure it and then I'll show you afterwards what I'm using. Go ahead and cure this. 30 seconds. Oh, if I do what to acrylic, if you put on a color, okay, like what I just did when I wiped it. Okay, if it's acrylic and it's you wipe it off, it's fine as long as it wipes off. If not, you could literally file it off if it's dried on there. But you're gonna know if you like it when you put it on. So when you put it on with your mixture and you decide you don't like it, it's probably out of form that's kind of like clayish, and you could kind of get it off. Then I would take my 150 file. This is for acrylic. I'd take my 150 file, rough it up a tad bit again, swipe it, protein bond, and go back just to be safe. Oh, the dimension? Okay, sorry guys. Now, well, you just learned something else. Could you do this with acrylic? Yes. So what you would do, I should teach an acrylic. I'm really good at acrylic. I just do a lot more gel now, but I was an acrylic girl forever. So I would mix it. 1 scoop of your color mix to 3 scoops of your clear acrylic will create the perfect full coverage like this. And you would just put a light coat down, then encapsulate it with Speed Clear. It'd be very easy. So you just have to make a custom mix of this color. The thing that's cool about gel is you could use raw color and put it in there if you want to. So like wherever you want, and you really don't have to have a bunch of custom mixes everywhere. So you could see it better here and see how it facets. It's because of all the sizes and the colors that were put into it. Okay, so let's go ahead and go from here. Any questions at all? Any more? You guys are so welcome. Thank you for joining my live. If you're enjoying this, like and subscribe. That helps the sister out for sure, and it makes me wanna keep back coming for more. Because if people are enjoying it, I'm like, but you know what's crazy is I'm enjoying this, like, I really am. I love to share, inspire people. People always ask, "How did you do that?" Well, that's the thing that I'm all about. I always have been. I do love to share, and I do love to watch people grow, and it is the giving season, but I'm not gonna stop after the season. I'm coming back for more. I'm going to be getting a lot of new stuff and I could share with you. You don't have to use the stuff I'm using, but at least you learn the technique. So I don't know about you, when I get new glitters and new stuff, that's why we're always ordering on sales, right? I tend to buy it. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is that was a little bubble. Oh wait, am I using Build Pink? Let me go to Build Pink. I could use Clear Sculptor, just not my favorite. So it makes it pop with Build Pink. So that's my preference too. If all you have is Clear Sculptor, it's still going to be beautiful. Don't worry about it. But if you have a Clear Sculptor encapsulation next to a Build Pink, let me pull my go. I have all my things here. A Build Pink, your Build Pink's going to be more vibrant and the colors are going to be pop a little more. So do the test. Do one of each, not on somebody, maybe on Sally, and check it out and see what I'm talking about. I'm going to come right here. I'm squeezing, 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 squeezing. Stop squeezing. Go right there. Then what I'm going to do is take a right on top of my gel and bring it all to this side. See that little movement? I'm done. Then I'm going to come here, get it to the other side. It's much prettier once you encapsulate it. So this is an Almanetto. It might get a little white on you. Gel moves, so just be aware of that. So what I'm going to do is just wipe it. See, this tool works just like my other one, especially if you do a lot of long nails. This one's pretty cool because it's it's a much bigger. So what I'm going to do instead of pulling out my light is cure around the perimeter really quick because I don't want it to move on me. And then I'm going to go around the perimeter. Now on a client, this is Sally. She's not going to go under for me. I tell them go under real quick and they just go under. And if they go under and they're sensitive, I tell them go under for 7 seconds, come out, and then wait 3 seconds, then go back in. What that does is stop the burn. It takes 10 seconds For it to start burning and turning and it turns for 5 seconds, that's what creates the heat. Now, sometimes some people put their hand on the light and they like 1, 2, 3, and they're like, ow, that's usually their nails are damaged or they have really thin nails or their nerve endings are really close. Then what I would do is flash set them, turn on the light, and if the light's right here, I'll show you right here. So if I turn on this light right here, this is a, hold on, this is a flash set. See the light hitting it? It's getting cure time right now. It's not a full cure, but if the light's hitting it, it's still curing it. Just like if you had your gel brush sitting right here, guess what would happen to your gel brush? It would harden on you. So if somebody's really sensitive, you could come right here or go in 6 to 7 seconds and come out 1, 2, 3, and then go back in. Okay, so now let's do our next one. Okay, let's see. And squeeze, 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 squeeze. Quit squeezing right here. You don't want to squeeze all the way to the end because it's going to keep running. Okay, so what I'm going to do, there's a little piece in there. There we go. So I'm going to come here, bring it around the cuticle area. See how you're securing it? Come here. It's kind of moving on me, so I'm going to move really fast. So I didn't even have to circle it on this side because it was already there. I just have to get it to the cuticle here. If you have too much, wipe it off. Don't babysit it. Like, get it off with your brush like I just did. And gel's very different beast than acrylic. It is constantly flowing. And if you're heavy-handed, you're never going to get the volume. You have to be very light-handed, and you have to be able to pivot your brush the way you need to pivot it to get it where you want. So how you pivot the brush is by rolling it in your fingers, with your fingers. Let's see right here. Boop, boop. I'm just going to cure this really quick. It's going to be a funky nail because it's running, but that's okay. Now, if you're doing the free edge, it's not going to burn your client at all. That's what's running. Now I am going to make sure her cuticle is secure. It is. Okay, let's look at it from the side. Okay, it looks like maybe just a tad there and a little bit here for volume and to get my little corner right here, right? I usually sometimes have this on all my clients and have to come back and fill it in because I'm always jamming. I go through all the services going really fast or in a timely manner, right? And then I come back and check where I need to add. So I do that to all 10 or however many dimensions I have. And since we're using the tube, I'll continue here. So I'm going to come right here, just a tad bit. I'm going to get some of it and put it in my corner here. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do it like this. See how I got it there? Now I'm gonna get it in right here. Covered it all up. Now I'm going to come here. Perfect. And put a tad bit more. You guys know me, I always want a little more. I like a little more because I like to be able to file it how I want. And I feel like that's why my shape is always so tight because I have enough on there to file the shape I want. We're taught in school, and I was taught to make the whole process perfect. Well, guess what? I would still be working on my first nail. What's important is your steps, and at the end, it's perfect or close to perfect. Okay, let's see. Put a tad bit there and a little bit here. So for a nail like this, if you have it all custom mixed with each other already, like $10 a nail for encapsulation, or you could do five a nail, but you have to change and I would charge, and I would not charge less than $5. But at 5 is a good price to start at, but once you start doing it in salon, you're gonna wanna charge more because what will happen is your clients that are getting this type of nail are going to take you longer than your average client that's getting a glitter press or something very, very simple and not a custom shape. And you're able to make more money doing two of those people than in the same time frame doing a set like this. So I think it's cool to do it like it's Christmas time. If nobody does dimensional nails, give them one free for Christmas. You're like, this is my gift to you. What color or dimension would you like? Give them one. That's what I did. One of my clients, her name was Pam. She was like, I can't afford that. I'm not going to do it, but I would love to. So for Christmas, I gave her a pinky. And I remember it was red, see-through acrylic, liquid art, and all the mylar. And it was beautiful. She came back and she paid for two pinkies. She just, from then on, got her pinkies done. And it was the coolest thing because she enjoyed it and she liked the compliment. So it's pretty funny how that works. It always works out for you. So most people will see it and want it. Some people don't really realize the attention they get from it. Some people don't want attention, but some do. But it's seriously just a vibe to wear a nail like this. And now is the perfect time for it as well. Perfect time for it. So I'm going to let me put this for 60. Do you have any questions? I could check out my phone. Yes. There you go. Thank you guys for being on here. I'm going to get into filing and finishing. 6 minutes is a very long time, so I'll clean something. It's really not, but it is when you're waiting for the timer to go off. That's why it's important to make sure you have a timer on, because I'm like, okay, you're done, come out. And it hasn't even been a minute yet. I'd have been like that today because I was getting close to my live. I'm like, oh my God, today's just been a crazy day. Yesterday was too. It's interesting. Some days, you just have weeks, you're just like, oh gosh, I'm on the struggle bus. Everything comes out good. It takes you a little longer. Then you have other weeks you're jamming and sitting there. What could I have for lunch? Taking breaks, walking around, telling everybody hi. 2 more seconds. All righty. All righty. So now let me get this out. I'm going to swipe. I use swipe to wipe off her residue. So these are two little different shapes that haven't done online, I don't believe, in a while anyway. Mhm. So okay view right there. Oh my gosh, Miss Cheryl's place. You're working alongside me using Funky Papa. That's gonna be pretty. I can't wait to see it. I love it. Are you with a client right now? What time is it in Florida? You are with a client right now, I'm sure. That's hilarious. I love it. 12,000 RPMs. And I'm not going to file my sides. Well, it's beginner, right? I better. I'll just get my sides really quick. So what I'm doing is making sure you see the blue part and filing straight in. What this does is give you a guide as to really where you need to start filing. Whatever's hanging right here, you may line it up. See that hang right there? You have to file it even with this sidewall. So again, you're looking at the blue part. So if you see the blue part, don't keep looking at it once you check it. You come right here, make sure you see the blue, and then you look at to see how much you need to file. Okay. Okay, let's do this side. So I'm gonna end this with a swivel. I'm not gonna keep it like I'm gonna do like a taper with a swivel at the end, like a softer. Or I could keep it also I'm gonna stick with what I said it was gonna be. Because I could still go coffin with it. Coffin's the hardest shape, I think, to do. It's the most time consuming, not hard. And then I'm gonna check because I file here, if I filed more on one side, just to know when I e-file. kind of a guide that don't file too much on that side, right? So now I'm on 12,000 RPM. This week went by so fast too. Okay, so what I'm going to do, hold on a minute, let me wipe off my glasses. I touched it with something. Okay, perfect. Now I can see. Go ahead and come in here. I'm gonna go parallel with the nail. So do you see how my left hand moves there? This is exactly what I do with my client. And I'm not buckling like this. I'm when to go out. So let me show you right here. I'm still flat with my, I'm not going like this when I'm turning it. You'll hurt really bad here. I'm flat like this, turning her like this. Okay, so I'm gonna zoom in a little more. Okay, once I secure that, I don't have a whole lot of product on there. It looks like I do. It's thick here, but I feel like this is pretty good. So what I'm gonna do is just kind of go down to zone 2 and then back to 1 and then to 2. Okay, that looks pretty good. Then I'm gonna go from 3. Oh, I'm out of view. 3 to 2, 3 again to 2, and then I'm gonna look at my shape. It looks a little thick here. I'm gonna thin it out a little. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna kind of fix her shape because it, remember, it was a little wide. It kind of lost its shape. So I'm not putting any pressure. I'm on 12,000 RPMs. I'm just shaping her nails. Shaping the sides and letting it turn and do the work for me. So now what I'm going to do is let's down the barrel of the nail. My hands sure get full of dust, but it's not coming to my face, so that's all that matters, right? As long as it doesn't come to your face, you're doing golden. And shape all this. Okay, come right here. I knew she wanted to fall out. 3 clicks, Melissa. Okay, so let's come in here. 1 minute, let's come in a little more, in a little more. That looks way better. See how I'm bringing, you can't see what I'm doing when I'm going down, but do you see my angle? That's so I could see it when I do that, when I shape this. If you're like this, you're gonna see this and you're gonna hide your view. Okay, but if you hold it like this, you could see your view. See what I'm talking about? So that's how you're going to shorten everything. Okay. Okay, so this looks really good now. So now let's do this one. So again, I'm going to look down like this, see how I could see the view. If you hold it like this, if I were to hold it like that for you to see, or you're holding it, you'll never see where you're filing. Okay. Okay. And here, so I'm going to kind of shape it like I would start. I'm going to have corners like I'm starting a, and I'm come up right here, like I'm starting a coffin shape. So see how I come up at an angle? Let me show you my angle I was like this. So what it does is it thins out your tip right there and gives you a C curve. I'm gonna soften my corners unless you guys want me to leave it like this, but I feel like the soften will be pretty too. It's completely up to you. Okay, now I lose my shade here, so I'm gonna look at it this way. I'm gonna show you. Okay, so I'm heavy on this side. So what I'm gonna do is come in here. But do you see how I'm parallel? I'm touching it and I'm parallel. When I come right here, well, I kind of want to keep it coffin. It's gonna be cute coffin. Yeah, let's see the coffin, you guys. That looks pretty. What do you think? All right. So I just peeked and you guys are asking what was on my nail. It's in my last video and they still have some in stock. We just see this color is so pretty. Let me do, since I'm here, let me do this side. So look at, let's perfect it, okay? Do not put pressure. Just parallel, make it parallel. So it's parallel. When you touch it, it'll bring it in. See that? This is probably one of my favorite things to do is to, it's like unwrapping the present. You're designing it right now and shaping, and I think it's so pretty. Okay. Whoop. So now let's do hand over again. Sally, do what I want you to do. Okay. You come right here. Now this one is awesome because there's really not a whole lot of product left. So I have almost the perfect amount and I have too much here. And that's just how the gel flows. So I'm gonna file in zone 2 and back to zone 1. And now look at it. Okay, it is low here. I'm gonna come up right here. Yeah, it's more straight now. Let's come here. I need to come up a tad bit more here. Let's bring it in a tad bit more. Let's down the barrel now. So yesterday I had the opportunity to do, her name's Melissa, like my name, and she follows on Twitch and on here. She's still in town. I think they leave tomorrow, but it was so cool. I did what I did on her would have took me probably 2.5 hours. I was with her 5 hours. I can't help myself. I'm like, this is how you do it here. This is how you do it. But it was really cool to spend time with her. I put a picture on our page of her. Eric kind of filmed me working on her. She's so lovely. She was awesome. She's mellow. What was her name again? Melly Mellow 7, I believe. I tagged her in it. So she lives in the Bahamas. So how awesome for somebody to pick you, huh? St. Martin, to follow you and inspire people, then they come to Vegas and get to come see you. Oh, Abu Dhabi. I love it. Did I meet you before, Biba Huska? When I was in Dubai? Are you one that I taught? That was my favorite class I ever taught. Like, just so, oh my gosh, like to have a class of people that they grow like in just 3 days from like a beginner to like novice. I'm not even kidding. Here in America, we're like, oh, we'll look at it later. There, there's people from everywhere. I mean, that barely got visas that came in. Oh, I still need this. I'm gonna do one more bit. That just got their visas and flew in and missed some of their time in the morning. And it was crazy to see to here we have so many opportunities in other countries they don't have as many. So it was pretty emotional and so cool. What great memories. Okay. I'm gonna come in right here. Some of them, the ones that were late, were from Iran. And I remember when Iran didn't even allow nails. So I don't know. Okay, enough about that, but it was a beautiful, beautiful time. Okay, so I'm gonna come all the way through. Make it really thin here. So you could write it meaning like going slower on the free edge because they don't have any skin there, any nerves, right? Okay, let's do this one. Now this shape's a little different. I'm gonna keep it a little higher in the middle. Oh, there we go. So this shape, I keep my spine a little higher. The other one, I keep it a little lower. So the shapes aren't going to match in archwise, and you'll see the difference. I'm glad I did two different shapes so you could see that. Let me bring in my tip a little. I should make this the velvet and come up with it. I think I'm going to. I'm changing it, you guys. So do you see what I just did? I come right here and I make the tip come up. Okay, it's come right here. That looks so cute, that shape. Okay, now I'm gonna check myself this way. Because I want to do as much with my e-file that I can. Okay, so let's see what's measure. It's pretty cool. So an almanetto comes in a little, not all the way to the point here, but underneath, it's softer right here, but you still come up and I did a little, made it a little velvet at the end. Okay, let's do this one. Do you, I keep asking, should I just soften this one and do like soft tip or do you want to keep it this shape? Okay, it's a little thick here still, since I filmed it. Alrighty. Oh man, Australia, I can't get it. You know what the brand is? It is Elegant Glass. So if you can get Elegant Glass in your country, I don't know if they're in your country. You can buy it from a distributor there. Gemini Cosmetics, everywhere in the US they deliver to. That's okay. You still are getting all the education and you could do it with what colors you have and it'll be beautiful. Okay, so now I'm going to hand file and finish this. Okay. You guys have any questions, feel free. Eric's on the other end and he'll shoot them my way. He answers a lot of them, but if you want me to answer it, okay, we'll keep it. Okay. Okay, I don't agree with this. He just read the question to me that you love coffin shape, but your hands are a little wider. All you have to do is bring it in more. See, I didn't bring this in as much as, let me see my nails I've done lives with. I have a coffin in there. I'm going to show him it. So this is to me more taper square kind of coffin that I'll search for. Let me see them. That's how many nails I've done already. It's crazy. Let me find a coffin nail in here. Okay. I've done one in my life so far. Okay, so let me show you the difference, okay? See the width of this one? Do you want me to make this that same width? I could show you how to do it because you could wear this length. Let me put this next to this. Hold on. I'm gonna go back a little. Sorry about that. I'm gonna show you the difference of it. Okay, this is a much longer nail, but I could still bring this and now let me zoom in. It could go way tighter with this. So, but if I'm gonna keep it, if I was gonna do a Scoville, um, I'd probably not bring it in anymore. I would just Scoville it out soft, but I can make this more of a coffin tighter. So let's just do that. So then that way, you know, you could bring it in more and you could see like even a person, if they come to you and you normally don't work off somebody's work, but you're gonna get them through their fill this time, kind of reshape them a little, then you could put a new set or change the product out next appointment. Don't turn somebody away. Do your best you could. Man, that was one of my favorite nails. Look at me reminiscing on these. That's one of the first lives I did, I think. Okay, so let me put my other nail. Oh no, I put my other nail I just did in here. You guys, welcome to my little lap right now. Silly, really? Okay, let's just put this here. So I'm gonna leave this here so you could see the guide, okay? So I'm just, there's no script here. I go with it. I like to make it your guys' class. It inspires me too. So I'm just gonna get my dust collector out again, so that way I don't puff gel. Let's see. So I'm gonna keep it close like this. Now it's how I'm gonna get it in is angles of your e-file. And I'm gonna go slow with this so you could see what I'm talking about. Make sure for a longer nail you bring it out a little. You could do this with your safety bit as well, but I think it comes out nice with an X cut because you could get all the way to the corner of the nail. I'm going to put it on 12,000 RPMs. Okay, so what I'm going to do is come in like this first, straight, straight, straight. Now I'm going to come in sideways. Let me see. See, I'm ankling it sideways, sideways. See, when you bring it in sideways, how much it comes in? I could still go more. Straight, straight. Let me show you this way. Sideways, sideways. Okay, so look at how much I brought it in already. I could still do more. There's a fine line though, because once it starts coming straight in from here a little more, it has to be even with your sidewall as much as you could bring it in. Now, the longer the nail, the tighter you could go. I can even bring this in a little tighter too. So let's bring it in a little tighter and it still look good for the size of her nail. Okay, so Sally should have bigger nails. This is her nail right here. And then look at how narrow I made it. It's because I build this high and I bring in my side. That's the secret I do to my shapes. Like most people, if the nail's wide, they follow it live. So I'm going to come back to this, but I want to show you what I'm talking about here. So if this was your actual nail, and you had bigger fingers, I would take off all your free edge. Okay, all your free edge. Let's say you have a square nail bed. Okay, let's leave it square because that is for real, right? You're going to come in right here on the side and you're going to file it in. So it's just like coming right here and filing in. See that? Okay, so I'm going to come right here and I'm going to round off that little square part right here. But right here, it's connected square on her. It's like hooked to her skin. Mine's hyponychian. Mine comes out like this. So mine are very round nail beds. Now, Tracy has square nail beds, a lot of square nail beds. So some of my clients do. So I'll come in like this. Okay, now I'm going to put a fake nail there and show you the difference. Always bring in your corners. Always bring them in here. Because in that way, if you pinch your form, you're going to be able to get that tight pinch. If you have a nail sticking out right here, honestly, you're going to have to build it from here. Okay, so this is something I even teach when I teach my OWCs. I'm like, okay, you want a little more, bring it in. That part's always going to stay square, but bring it in. Now, let me take this off real quick and show you the difference, okay? This is going to set you up to have any shape you want. I don't care how big your hand, how big your nail bed is. Your nails are always going to be flattering if you take them in like that. Okay, look at the difference. See the difference already? So that right there is probably one of the most valuable tips I could share with you for a wide nail bed or bigger hands. Her nail's still just as wide here. All I did is start bringing it in from where her free edge ended. Everybody's free edge end way back here. See that? Like way, way back here. My nail, my free edge ends right here on me, but it starts here. Okay. So you always have room here to file in your sides. Okay. Okay, so let me take this off again because I want to put my other nail on, my little orphan here. I love orphans too. Okay, so let's do a little tighter. I could go a tad bit more. How I'm gonna get it is coming in right here. I kind of want you to see the angle I'm doing. Come in here sideways. Come in here. Okay, sorry. Come in here sideways. Okay, come here. Oh, Sally. Okay. While I file, I'm gonna have to zoom out. They can see the angles better if it's zoomed out. Okay. Yeah, way better. Okay. Then I don't get out of frame. So come in here. See how I file straight, and then so you can see my marks. Then I'm gonna come in here. I have this way tighter. Now she has the illusion it's almost as tight as that one. That's as tight as I could go. If I go any tighter than that, then what's going to happen is it's going to kind of look awkward. It's going to have to stay right here, right? And then all of a sudden start coming in. It has to look like it graduates. So there's only so much you could bring it in, but you could always bring it in from here and start meeting it. Okay. So let's go this way. And this is real life. Like this is legit what we do in salon, right? So it's just little tips and tricks to help you. Now here I'm gonna even bring it in a little tighter, flare it. Now check that out. Way tighter, right? So I consider the other one kind of coffin. Most people do coffin like that. When I do coffin, I really taper mine in. Okay, so let's remove this little girl right here. Put this one in. Keep this in. Okay, so now I'm going to hand file. See, you guys ask questions, it's more education because I elaborate more on stuff. So please feel free to ask questions, like and subscribe, and I am here for you. Okay. Okay, so look at what I'm doing is this is my view. When I'm holding the nail, I'm obviously not holding up like this, but I'm looking down the barrel of it right here. See that? So when I'm coming backwards like this, I am watching myself thin my nail out. So let me show you what I do. I'm just coming I like to go backwards because then look at how tight I could get my free edge. I also come in here and I'm gonna kind of bring it up a little because I did a little velvet shape. See that? Okay, because I like my tips very, very tight. So I'll come out here. We have some really cool giveaways on our Twitch. And we actually are getting merch to give to you guys too. So I'm so excited what I'm going to give back to you guys for the holiday. So be sure to tune into our Twitches. Eric will put it down in the comments and have it on our page. It's on my link tree. Okay. So again, so let's check this out. Let me go down a little. It's pretty tight, but it needs to be thinner. It's too thick for me. So I'm going to look at it this way. I could see down the barrel right now. You can't because it's on camera, but I showed you the view I was looking at. I'm going to keep doing it till I like the thinness. And what I like about going backwards with it, it kind of ramps it up to zone two. I could go a tad bit tighter. Perfect. See the thinness? Okay. Now let's turn it like this. Now we're going to finally finish 2 nails, but hey, when you're educating, it takes a while to break it down, but I hope that helped to show you how to bring it in, and most people, if they don't have shaping skills, they're gonna tell you if you have a wide hand, it's gonna look real bulky on you, and it will the way they're shaping it. Now you guys know how to bring it in and how to get that shape. Okay. Looks like I'm tearing up, Sally, but I'm not putting any pressure, all I'm doing is guiding my shape. Okay, alrighty. They look pretty tight. my little almanetto. And see, almanetto, it's not straight, like, see how it kind of graduates and then goes into the point? Whereas if it's extreme almond, it's more straight. And if it is a stiletto, it's going to be very straight and a super pinch underneath. I don't like to teach stiletto on Sally because her fingers, like on us, see our skin could go like this. So if you look down the barrel right here, you could squeeze it to put that pinch in. Sally's rubber, she's not going anywhere. So I can't get that pinch in that I want to show you. It has to be on a real person. So I will bring it to you on a real person. I wore that shape for a good 7 years. Huh? I wore it a lot. Then I went shorter. Then I went to my shape I wear now. I don't know. I get on kicks. I still haven't went back to any square shapes, so I don't know why. I just haven't. I put a couple coffins on me, and I'm like coffin shapes, and I'm like, I need to bring them in a little more because I'm used to that tight shape, right? Okay, let me show you this way because that view right there makes them look short and fat. You can see here and here. I need to get my sides a little, just a little. I'm going to show you. Well, let me show you what I saw first. So let me show you here. I kind of want to sharpen this up a tad bit. I'm going to sharpen this up a tad bit, just a little. And then it's coming up. See how the velvet comes up? Okay, so let me just sharpen that a tad bit. And this is just fine tuning. And I do this on my clients' nails after I swipe them too, because you could see more. Then will come straight, come up. This one I come straight and stay straight because of the shape. Okay, her nail's coming out again. Much better. There we go. Let's do this side. Now I like it. Okay, let's get rid of our dust. Get rid of our dust. Come in with protein bond. And I'm gonna come in here and protein bond the whole thing. And this just looks like a party in a nail. I used three different colors in this one. This one I simply used one with sugar lips. Okay. So now I am going to go into stain resistant. Unless you wanted to add, so let's just say like, okay, like right here, there's a little bit filed out here. I don't want it to just stop there. You could add still. You could totally add. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into manicure top with manicure top over the whole thing. Okay. Yeah, on both of them, I could add a little. So right here kind of files out a little. Let's make it look perfect. And if they're paying extra for them, they need to not be missing anything, right? So let's go under a few seconds. It doesn't need a full 30. It just needs to be able to, I'll put 15. It just needs to have that tacky layer. Thank you, Kelly Walker. Thank you so much. Along with your glass frosty. Yay! D Void, you're gonna do the frosty nails. I kind of did a version of them. Well, I did, but I got carried away with the bling because they're prettier from far. I at first I didn't like them much, and then I'm like, oh my god, I love them now. They're really pretty. They look like see through from far, but close you see all the bling. So thank you so much. I appreciate it. So I'm going to open my sugar lips. And for this one, I'm going to use, see how the side's missing right here? But her product's there. Just happens it was like the chunky will start to file down. I have a color here that's the same color. It's Chameleon number 4. I didn't use it when I was doing it, but I am going to fill it in there. If not, I would try to go to the bottom of the, like I showed you to pick the little pieces, but this will be much easier for me. This one here, I don't really need to add color. I just need shimmer. So I could use a little bit of the purple and this one. Okay. So you guys don't have to use these same colors. You could still create it, but these are pretty, all right. I'm dying. And then this pink color, what? See the glow? So a lot of my nails on my page, you see this glow in them. This is what it is. It's this and what I put in my nails, my short Christmas holiday nails, the short nails. I used bigger pieces like this. And that video tells you everything about it there too. But it's that pink glow. It's like you don't see just this color glowing, but it could be a little green. Let's see if you could see the doesn't have as much green as the other one. But anyways, let's fix this. I'm gonna come in right here. I'm gonna touch it. And then I'm gonna come in with Sugar Lips, and I'm gonna fade it up. Okay. Then here I'm gonna use my purple one a tad bit, and now I'm gonna come in with Sugar Lips, and now it looks perfect there. So I am going to use this part right here, or you could use a glove to glitter press all the sides you did, so that way you're not touching it if you're afraid you get contact dermatitis. And move these out of the way. 15 seconds, and I'll put a top coat on. So we're going to be doing some long form videos, which you'll see like me talk, you'll see different angles that'll go into depth. They're longer videos, they're not live, but you could totally ask me questions. You know, I always get back to you. I'm excited for those. I'm going to change it up a little. So I'm going to do live still, but I'm going to do that too. So I'm probably going to film one tonight. Oh, the metallic chameleon polish, is that's what you want to know? Because I have it here if you want to see it. The ones that I had last time, I could show you what color I had on my base. Drop down and make a comment and tell me if that's what you're talking about, because I have it actually here, the polish. I believe I do still. So I'm going over the whole thing again. Wait, hold on. Let's see. I'm going to see if I have that color here. Hold on, move my hand. Well, I thought I did. Let me look one more spot. I don't have that color here. Sorry, I just rearranged it. I just saw a spot I missed really quick though. Life of a nail tech, right? Let me cure this really fast. I must have wiped it off when I pressed with that. So let me just do it one more time. Right here. Look at Miss Picky Missy. Let me do it a little more. Okay. I probably didn't cure the side when I hit the button. That's a had to be. But usually I have my client go into the light and that way I never do that. But with Sally, I tend to use my light a whole lot. So let me get that little pink color again. This is Chameleon Shimmer number 4. It is like a rosy gold. Let me do this one more time. And literally, if this was my client, I would not send her out like that. That's why my clients keep coming back to me. I'm consistent all the time. So I would never send them out with missing something, and they get what they pay for every time. Put a little Sugar Lips right here. I think what happened is it didn't cure all the way when I pressed it. It pressed off on my tab. It did. Look at I see it right here. That's what happened. Let me show you. See that? It's because it was wet gel still. So you it has to be a dispersion layer. Not a problem at all. Let's flash that. And I'm not even going to have her go back under. I'm just going to flash it here. And then I'm gonna do my top coat of choice. I could leave it in this. Manicure top is beautiful, but I love stain resistant. So let's say it's a hairdresser. I wouldn't want to do all this work and her nails stain. So my favorite top coat is stain resistant. I'm gonna put one more coat. And what I love about Young Nails top coats is they don't get thick when you layer them. You would really have to put like a ton or float it on. They stay really tight and don't mess with your shape. And the shine is just so pretty. So now I'm gonna fully cure this. It takes 1 minute to fully cure it. Most of the time I set them for 2 minutes because I wanna clean up, but I don't need to clean up right here, right now. I'll put her for 1 minute, and I also feel like it kinda brings it up to a higher shine as well, so that helps as well. What did she say? "It's all good, just knew it was gorgeous polish you used, and it would look awesome with the glitter nail." It would look awesome with the glitter nail. So, I have the name of it and everything in there. It is part of the Chameleon collection from Lashat, and I literally just rotated colors because 'cause I'm gonna be filming these next few days, and I brought all the new colors that I wanted to film with. I film from home a lot. I also film in our salon, but it's sometimes I wanna be home, so I have a studio here. It's kinda nice to be home sometimes and be able to bring it to you and get things done, but I like having both options, let's just say. Okay, so now let's take our swipe. I do have it right here in this corner. This was the color. I thought I did. But look how this would be awesome with the chameleon color. Let's see. So see how it changes all the colors? So you know what? That color right there would look cool with it, but so would this one right here. Chameleon number 3. Look at the colors they changes to. Oh my God, that would be so pretty. Look at this with this color. You're so right. See, we all like mines. We're all, let me go a little closer. Oops, that's not closer. Those match, they're like right on, huh? Oh my gosh. So this is Chameleon. The name of this one is Mesmerize. There's a bunch of them. So damn pretty. Oh my God, I'm in love. And Chameleon Chunky 3. What a great, great look, you guys. You could wear this for the whole holiday. So this was on, I did a glitter press with this on a different, I had them on my nails. Um, you know what I ended up doing? I thought about Wine Wrangler with me and I ended up doing a nude color, but just put this color and pressing like a gold sheer on it. But these two, oh my gosh, so pretty. Okay, let's get over it. See, I'm like a squirrel. I'm like, oh, you want to know that too? That is a must-have for sure, and those are in stock from Gemini Cosmetics, and remember, they're having a big sale right now, you're gonna get a huge discount. Be sure when you're checking out to put, a note, MJ15 or just ordered from MJ, or just put MJ's name. That way they know you watched the huh? In the comments, put it in the comments. It's at checkout. Okay, Eric's telling me. Comments and checkout. Usually they know when you guys are ordering what you're ordering that it was from me because see my videos. We're in partnership with them. So I'm going to be teaching with a lot of their stuff. They carry everything Young Nails too. They carry mini brands. If you're into pedicures, their pedicure line is crazy good. So here's our two shapes. Okay. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. You want to chat for a sec or anything or ask me anything? You just make sure you put MJ down there. You could put MJAY or MJ, doesn't matter. But if you want the discount code when they're not having their sale, make sure you put MJAY15. You get 15% off, and they're an awesome small business company that has a large beauty supply. I wish they were located in Las Vegas, but they are in Nevada. They're about 7 to 8 hours from me, and called Sparks, Nevada. It's basically Reno. So if you're ever in that area, you could visit their store and it's super, super nice. It's kind of fun. Bring your credit card because I'm always leaving with all kinds of stuff too. But thank you guys so, so much for your time spending it with me. I know you're all busy. I appreciate you. I love giving back to you, and I'll be back for more. Make sure you subscribe and put your notifications on. You want to put it a different sideways? Okay. Let's see, let me show you this way. Alrighty, that looks cool. My order will be here tomorrow from Gemini. I'm so excited. You're so welcome. Thank you, Kelly, Summer, Sandra, Jonica, Janica. Thank you. Tipsy Nail Diva. Hey, girl. Both of you guys, happy to be here tonight. I'm happy you're here too. Thank you guys so much. And thank you for joining us. So much more to come. And we are going to be on Twitch at 5. So it's The Vibe with MJ and Eric on Twitch. I'll put it on my story right now. All you have to do is click it. join us for some giveaways. And yeah, if you can't make it this time, you could go back and watch it. But if you're out on a live, we're also on YouTube on there, but you can't enter the raffle for Gemini. Do you want me? I mean, from Gemini. Gemini represents us for that. They're going to send them to you for whatever you win. Um, do you want me to put the colors here? Let me do that really quick. Okay. You're welcome from Iran. Yay! Thank you. So these are the colors that I used today. All of these. So let me turn them around. This is what they look like here. Now the one nail, this nail right here, the pink, I only used, where'd it go? Where's my pink one? Melissa Jane? I don't see it. Oh, right here. Okay. I'm on Melissa. Now you guys know my middle name. I used the Chunky Chameleon 5, Sugar Lips, and Chameleon Shimmer 4. Okay, this is the first nail. I'll show you it again. Okay, this is the first nail. Okay, the second nail, this one I used three different mixes. I used chunky number 6, chunky number 10, and chunky number 7. And then I also used Chameleon Shimmer 6 and Sugar Lips. Now, your most universal color is Sugar Lips. Honestly, if this color is beautiful, I have other colors in this line as well that I'll be using. This line's amazing. This cut and blend is so pretty. So you don't have to use so many. It would have been pretty with just one in a color too. So I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you all for tuning in and have such a beautiful evening. Bye.